Another surprise, brand new update, and a new preview? Oh, this is spicy. So I thought it was funny, comical even, that a couple of days ago I dropped this video where we slid into the preview, checked out the shaders for like the first time in almost a year, and then wham bam boom, 1.21.20.22. One of the largest things inside of this preview is all of the brand new shader stuff that they just updated again. Nice. On one hand, it's comically terrible. The video that we just checked out is now out of date, kind of technically. On the other hand, I mean, hey, maybe it's cool because the other stuff is now officially lost content. Graphical changes. I believe these are all the shader changes inside of this new update. Extended texture set capabilities. Add a new bio-optical lighting model for water in the deferred technical preview. Ooh, that's big. That basically means brand new look at water. There are a couple of issues with it, but hey, it's okay. It's okay. We'll check it out. Screen space reflections to the deferred technical preview. The reflections are part of the quality slider. And then fixing a couple of different bugs on iOS and gamma related things too. Wow. All right. So if you haven't seen the video from earlier this week, then absolutely check that one out after this one because it's all about like the different shader changes and everything like it. These are the default settings of the shader I'm using right now. Again, a big shout out to Poggy. This is Luminous Dreams. Now the big thing that we're looking at here isn't really the lighting or anything like that today. I mean, it's sure beautiful and gorgeous. Instead, we're taking a look at the water. Flipping things over to the daytime and taking a look at the water right here in current version. I mean, it looks really nice. It's pretty, right? But you see, that was the old way of doing things. Back in version 0.4.7, that's how it looked. How about the new version? 0.5.0. For this new version, we're going to go ahead and run with the same exact settings. So a quick refresher, this is how it looked in the olden days just a few moments ago, and then boom, welcome to now. Look at that water. It's way more reflective than ever before. It looks so good, and keep in mind, this is all just an early version of all of this too. Like, look at how the sun is now bouncing off the water in the greenish hue, the tint inside of it. Oh, that's cool. What about under the water? I mean, I can't tell. I feel like this looks a little different, maybe. But long story short, wow, the water has been updated inside of this week's preview. The timing is immaculate, impeccable, and it's just stunning. If you'd like to see more of an in-depth look at shaders again with the new version, let me know by tapping like on this video right now. Now keep this preview in mind because, oh baby, we're going to come back to it. There are some gigantic things and some strange leaks. But next, Minecraft 1.21.2. Sliding into the main version of the game, in an update that dropped earlier this week, we are now in a brand new version of Minecraft, just when they said updates were kind of on pause. Okay, well, not on pause, but they said the big updates 1.21.10 was going to be merged with 1.21.20, so basically no major updates for a minute, except that's the thing. This update, I mean, it's a pretty major deal. Sliding down under the ground, the first big thing we're looking for in the newest Minecraft update is, of course, none other than a trial chamber. So a lot of the super major things having to do with the trial chamber and inconsistencies when it comes to Minecraft, Bedrock, and Java are still going to be here. We need to wait for at least the 1.21.20 update for those. However, a couple of the very biggest ones have made their way into the game right now. The first one I'd like to talk about has to do with whoa, bucko, calm down, I meant to come back for that. The first one that I wanted to talk about has to do with the ominous trial thing loot. The rare loot, it now has an 80% chance of dropping instead of a 20% chance. Whoops. So this one is actually only going to apply to the ominous vault and not the normal vault. The type of loot that this is going to apply to, one of the largest ones, is that Mace enchantment, the wind burst one. Let's see if I can find any more ominous vaults across this entire structure. I mean, there's gotta be one somewhere, right? Aha, so here we go. Attempt to number 2, 80% chance to get the rare loot from this thing. Come on, please, give me something really, really good, please. Something really, okay, that's all common loot, I believe. Wow, yikes, painful. Well, I guess it's still never going to be a guarantee, but the rare loot is a whole lot more common now, which is going to make it way easier to get your hands on that wind burst enchantment, maybe even that heavy core as well. Tragically, though, if you've already taken on your nearby trial chamber, nothing has changed about it. Those vaults are still already all unlocked, which means you're going to need to go out into your world and do the whole process again. Unless you've got some kind of clever way of fudging the numbers, the devs have not reset the state of any of the ominous vaults inside of this update. That new, wow, a second one? Really? A second one? Come on, make it harder, please. In the world of our next big change, let's say you were a little bit of a fool, and I'm sorry, I don't really mean this in like a mean way or anything like this, but yeah, let's just say you're a fool. Maybe you dropped your armor on the ground. Hey, sometimes it happens. I know how it can go. Well, let's say maybe you dropped your armor on the ground and these mobs wanted to pick up that armor. Then, let's say maybe you change your mind, and instead of taking that mob out, you just wanted to go ahead and drink an ominous bottle. Excuse me, friends, coming on through. You drink that ominous bottle, you come over here and convert that to an ominous trial. Well, your armor will now always drop, or any gear in general, maybe that's a weapon, from any mob that picked it up when you convert the trial over to an ominous trial. Why in the world you would not have just, like, I don't know, taken the mob out beforehand so you could actually get the stuff back? That's a very good question. Last but not least, let's say you had a trial chamber inside of an old world. You know, a situation kind of like me currently, where I have my guide world and I updated it to 1.21. Well, I guess a lot of trial spawners were having issues ejecting loot properly inside of old worlds, and no longer should that be the case. If you've got an old world that you updated for 1.21, well, more so than ever before, you should be able to see loot more consistently. It's quite beautiful. That's a lot of spiders, and because it's daytime, this is like the easiest trial in the world. Excuse me, what? Inside of this newest surprise update, there is also a small technical change as well, having to do with server UIs and stuff like that. Kind of interesting that they pushed this update out. And yeah, like I said when I was introing this part of the video, a lot of the other changes, for example, more trial chambers in the deep dark biome on Minecraft Bedrock, yeah, those changes are going to stay in the game for, I mean, at least it seems like a couple more weeks. Alright, so sliding back into the preview, we have a whole lot of changes to take a look at, including some interesting leaks. First things first, the flattening, it continues. Every single one of these blocks has been flattened. In other words, it's going to look flatter than ever before in other words. So basically, every single quartz block variant is now its own proper block inside of the code. Red sandstone and sandstone, same thing. Red sand and normal sand, same thing. And the dirt variant, same thing. And speaking of the dirt variants, listen to this, some new sounds. Yeah, so these sounds made it into Minecraft Java, and I think the Minecraft 1.17 update, what in the world was been going on with this? The rooted dirt, though, it's its own kind of, like, unique block, so they figured, hey, why not? Maybe we should get around to actually adding those things to the update, like, oh, only 4 years later, no big deal. At least, I mean, you're better late than ever, right? We have another sound change in the form of the copper door. Listen. It's specifically the opening sound. The opening sound is pitched differently and a slightly different mechanic when it comes to doors and fence gates. Now, when you power a door or a fence gate, it will no longer push the player. This whole opening and closing thing is just going to happen, and I exist here. It doesn't really matter at all. Same thing with the door. I'm standing right against it. I open it. The door just magically, I guess, teleports straight through me. That all begs the question, do I really even exist? Next up, it's over to one of the kings of the previous update, Minecraft 1.20, the Trail Ruin Structure. Inside of the Trail Ruin Structure, we actually have a brand new component or thing that you're going to be able to find. This component or thing that you will be able to find will always be found far, far deep down low inside of the structure. You see, we're looking for a slightly damaged anvil. This is a brand new detail inside of the structure that we'll be able to generate now, like it does on Minecraft to Java. It just never really did before over here. And speaking of the anvil, the flattening continues into this block as well. These are now 3 different items inside of the code. Now, a little bit more specifically, when it comes to all of this code cleaning up, when I say different items, it's kind of something like this. Unique instances, anvil, chipped anvil, damaged anvil, depreciated anvil. I don't know why in the world we have 4 different versions when there are 3 in game, but I mean, valid. For all of that technical cleaning up, nonsense, and business polishing is very nice, but that's actually just about it. Let's go ahead and move on to game tips. We have a brand new game tip that informs players on touch devices that they're sneaking, just in case you didn't know you were sneaking. Alright, I'll admit that one's a little bit boring and slightly niche. Let's move on. The bog. No longer will the bog be levitating when it is sitting inside of a rideable container, except, excuse me, that looks like a whole lot of levitation going on to me. I don't know. I don't know. Not to be that guy. I'm sorry, I'm that guy. Ugh, I hate me. Dismounting a vehicle, say, for example, a horse or maybe a boat or raft, whatever. When you dismount a vehicle, there will no longer be a brief instance of acceleration going on. Instead, when you dismount the vehicle, I mean, you're at like a complete standstill if you're standing still. And next up, hey, do you remember those changes we talked about earlier on in that update? Well, just about every single one of those changes from that update has also been merged into this preview. So essentially, if you're playing Minecraft in the preview, the morph drop thing, the mobs dropping armor thing, well, that all applies. Next up, my next stop of the day is over inside of some of the more technical changes inside of this update. Scrolling down through the changelog for a little bit of time, eventually we make our way to commands. So the locate structure command now uses namespace to structure names. Structure names provided without a namespace will assume Minecraft namespace. So this is a change that I noticed immediately inside of this beta preview just a second ago when I was locating structure trail ruins. Take a look at that. I'm pretty sure, 90% sure, it never said Minecraft : trail ruins. And at least if it did before, well, that's exactly how it's going to work now too. Now this single change right here, it seems insignificant at first, but when you start to think about it, why would you need a specification with Minecraft temple? Or like, for example, why would you need to specify between a Minecraft shipwreck and say a realism craft shipwreck? Aha, the light bulb should be going off. So we can't declare it for sure, but there are a couple of leaks that make it look like this is the case too. But custom structures on Minecraft Bedrock, they might actually finally be being a little bit more polished and making their way to the game. What? Yeah, so lately, realism craft is a big thing we've been checking out, but it is technically a dynamic world, not an add-on. You see, I believe, at least to my understanding right now, in an add-on, it's impossible to actually add custom structures to world generation inside of Minecraft. It just doesn't work. Instead, you need to do a dynamic world. The Smoky Stack. Oh boy, Smoky Stack. Our friend Smoky has done a little bit of code digging into this newest preview, this update right here. More jigsaw stuff from the files. Combine that with the bug fix regarding the locate and preview command, and maybe advanced custom structures soon. And then right here we have some of the most aesthetic looking technical mumbo jumbo that I have ever seen. It looks good. And I guess this is all about that jigsaw stuff. On a slightly similar but different note, I really hope, I pray, I beg that this means that when I locate a structure, can the devs finally please make it easier to like maybe tap the coordinates right there so I can at least copy them? Like I get it for whatever reason, you're all about parity, but no, you're not. You don't want to have the actual, like, be able to just tap it and put the whole coordinate into where I want to teleport you. Fine, valid. But at least please allow me to tap on this, because as soon as I start typing anything else, the coordinates are gone and I can't remember. Or like let the chat stay up here. Put a line in the screen, and then there's the old chat messages. Fix it, please. Oh, new camera experiment in client diagnostics for creators. So check this out. Inside of the new preview, when I want to say create myself a brand new world, slide down to experiments, we have ourselves a brand new experimental toggle, creator cameras. Well, actually, we kind of have like two toggles, but it's kind of like two in one. We have creator cameras, new third-person presets, and then focus target camera. We can find these changes noted in the changelog all the way down near the bottom in technical experimental update. Now, no promises or guarantees that I'll be able to figure this one out, but let's try this out. /camera. Oh boy, then we have all of this stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to figure that out. Set, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I guess I'll be careful with these toggles though, because my world completely crashed after I turned them on. Anyway, structures, cameras, everything like that. With all of the stuff Mojang has been working on lately, it would not surprise me if they're building out custom structures for Minecraft and Bedrock officially, like a little bit more for real now, because that's a pretty big component of add-ons. I mean, if you think about like so many different Java mods, so many of them want to add like at least just a small brand new starter house that you can find inside of your world or anything, and yeah, it's just really not possible right now. Once it is, I mean, we'll be in a completely different world for Minecraft add-ons. I swear, one of these times I'm going to get myself a realm just so I could actually properly show you guys these changes here. But realms invite links, we've got quite a few changes with these links. You can now have up to 5 invite links per realm. You can delete invite links if you give somebody a link and then you change your mind. You can enable or disable invite links whenever you want, or set them to expire in the future. And to make all of this happen, new invite link codes will be 15 character longs instead of 11. Editor mode. One of these days I'm going to take a look at editor mode even more in depth too. Wow, take a look at all of these changes for editor mode. This stuff is being developed more and more by the second minute moment. And last but not least, there's only one spot that I could end today's preview, and that's with the big feature everybody thought was going to come to the game this week. Oh, the bundle? Is the bundle here? Give a player, I don't know why I'm called that, give player bundle? No. Oh, it doesn't work. It's not here. Oh, okay. Yeah, so tragically, the bundle has not made it into this week's preview. It's such a bummer that the bundle was announced. The hype started like roaring up, and then it's like kind of went dark for a couple of weeks. But hopefully, maybe, fingers crossed, like next week will be the week. I don't know why they would have really announced this in the Minecraft Monthly and say coming soon, and then kind of like dip out for a long time. It's just like awkward timing, if anything, but whatever. I mean, at least we're gonna get the bundle. It's just hopefully soon, please, I beg you, please, soon. And so the brand new Minecraft update, a new preview, that's just about it. As always, if you find something cool, tell me about it down below or on the subreddit r/Waddles. Tap that like button and subscribe for more videos too. It's been me, Waddles. I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.